What's up, people? So I'm sitting here at a place called Bama Foods in Tulsa, and I'm on my way to Denver. So, Black Saint, I'm now riding around in your neck of the woods, Texas, Oklahoma. Why the hell they talking about getting snow in Oklahoma, bro? And when? You mess with my emotions, man. Anyway, video, actually, I'm just kind of checking in, but I also wanted to go over some things with y'all on some stuff from DCI Jams. And DCI Jams has linked on to my Facebook, my Getting Saucy, my Trucker Dog, and even the Christian channel. And I appreciate you following me. And don't think I don't read your stuff. I might do it quickly, kind of skim through, trying to figure it. And I've also forwarded your information to my Heads Hunter, DCI Jams. So I'm going to give y'all some background on DCI Jams. Hope you don't mind, but it's kind of, I think it'll help other people. DCI Jams is in his mid-50s. He called it a midlife crisis. He's wanting to go into trucking. He's been wanting to do this for a while. He's been watching me for quite some time. And I don't know what other channels he also watches Flatbed Chick. But he's been looking at trucking for a while. He is a business owner. He owns his own contracting business where I think what I've seen on your channel, and you guys can go check his channel out, he does like, I think he goes in and remodels. And so there's times you'll see him, he'll pack his stuff up in his truck and actually camp out in front of these people's homes in different parts of the country or parts of his state and go in there and do some amazing work in their homes. Well, he wants to get into trucking because he wants to mesh those two businesses, which is genius. It's absolutely genius. I wasn't sure they were asking me to move up or what. So he reached out to me, told me that he was interested, but he hadn't really made those moves yet. He's now made those moves, and he is going to a trucking school at a junior college. DCI Gems, if you watch this, I hope that you're, I would have told you to vlog it, to video log it, because it would be good for people to see how a junior college training is opposed to like a trucking school or a school at like a Swift or a Knight or a starter company like Sierra England, a Stevens, some of those companies that do starter stuff. It would have been good to see that. So I don't know if you vlogged it, and I didn't even think to ask you, but that would have been a great thing to see. If you're still going through it, you could at least vlog maybe the backing. And you can see in some of my real early videos, I did like my trucking school where people were doing it. It doesn't have to be you, it could be other people. And I think that experience needs to be told. Now, he's talked about the fact that his trucking school, he's talking about the testosterone. Welcome to trucking. There's a lot of it in trucking. It ain't new. You getting like a shot glass in trucking school of these folks out here on the road. It's crazy as hell. I'm just letting you know. And shout out, I wish I should have, and I'm going to be ready next time. I met a lady trucker, and I had the best talk with her. She's 17 years in the industry. I think she works for a company called ROI or RIO. And I thought she told me her name was Julie. She had 2 basset hounds. They were so cute. So we met at truck parking in Arkansas as I was heading into Oklahoma. Anyway, I'm sitting next to a prime driver, and I'm sure he's like, what the hell is she? I hope he thinks that I'm talking to somebody on the phone. It turned around at, hope we straight. I hope I'm in the dock good. When I leave, though, the way this door is, I'm going to have a hell of a time. I'm going to have to ask them to hold it and push it while I head out. Or this driver over here is going to have to be gone because I'm going to have to angle it this way. Otherwise, I'm going to tear my damn door off. It's messed up, y'all. They got me right next to this pole. And it's just kind of messed up. Anyway. But I need to get some bungees. Because I knew that door needs to be bungee tighter. We got those wings on the back of our vans. And so the bungees kind of go out, I think, because they don't want it so tight to damage the wings. But when you're in situations like this, I could really rip that damn door off by being this close. But it is what it is. Like I said, when I get ready to exit, I'm going to have one of the dock workers kind of hold it and push as I go past. Once I get past the pole, we're good, but I'm having to have to hold it in until I pass the pole. Or this guy over here is going to have to be gone, and then I have to take it like that. I'm just saying. But this is why you got to watch your back. Now over here, I'm straight. And I'm in between both the yellow lines right on the dock. Now, I guess, yeah, it wouldn't have worked either way. I'm jacked either way, just because of how close it is. Plenty of room, though. Plenty of room, not bad back, just plenty of room. But anyway, DC at Jams, your experience that you're having in trucking school. Trucking school, whether you go to a trucking school, a junior college, a company trucking school, it is my belief system. It don't freaking matter. It don't matter what trucking school you go to. It's always gonna be some drama in trucking school. I'm just saying. And it's I think that what you experience is a true indicator of trucking, and this is one of the reasons it's not doing as well. All the testosterone you're talking about, you get a lot of guys who, and some of them ain't even tall dudes. They little dudes. They got a lot of, my friend, she always says, you got a lot of guys in here who come with little man syndrome. So because you got a big truck, I'm a manly man, and I got testosterone. My dad is little man syndrome. He gonna try to tell you he 5'9.5". Please. I had a supervisor who was 5'6". She was towering over him. How the hell you 5'9.5"? 5'9.5". You short. But that is so important for whatever reason for certain males, what they think is manhood, and it's not. It's just not. That's not what a man. That's not indicative. So you got a lot of guys out here who, they come out here. That's one of the channels I used to watch. There's so much testosterone on that channel. I barely can watch it anymore. Matter of fact, I had Jose kind of updated me on some things going on with one of the groups that we both watched, and two of the people, because all I did was read the titles. I just read the titles, and I decide whether I can tolerate watching them anymore or not, because some I can't even watch anymore. That's how just the testosterone is way too much. It's just way too much. And it was funny because me and Julie, when we met, and she's telling me about her dogs and 17 years into the industry, that was one of the things we brought up. Matter of fact, her safety person told her, he said, basically, if I could hire all women, that's what I would do. Wow. And it's because they don't have the testosterone to prove in themselves. I'm a manly man. I'm going to go ahead and risk. It's a different mindset. And I'm not trying to knock you fellas. I'm just being real about it. And so that was one of the things when I first researched trucking. A lot of trucking companies were finding that women truckers didn't have the number of accidents that male truckers do. And they liked that for that reason. Yeah, I'm just looking at how I'm going to have to get out of here. That's going to be my only option. I'm going to have them hold the door. Yeah, that's going to be my only option. Anyway, they like them for that specific reason. And that they didn't have the number of accidents that they were running into. That was something that they actually, I'm like, yeah, well, I always, I'm not going on here talking to y'all. But I don't know why I always look dry when I'm on this camera. I always look like I'm dry as hell. And I don't know if this is going to work. They got me going into, I'm supposed to be in Denver on the 8th at 7:30 in the morning. I don't know if that's going to really happen. They be booking this crap crazy. I wasn't here, but I'm coming out of Enid, Oklahoma, and they booked me to deliver this load in Denver at 7:30 in the morning on the 8th. I ain't get here. My appointment wasn't until 6 o'clock tonight. And my hours started this morning at, what time did I start my hours? I started my hours this morning at like 8:30. 8:30 because I had my appointment was at 9. Anyway, you get a lot of people who especially on the male side. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna be honest. That it's a manly man. I'm a man. I'm driving this big commercial vehicle on, my Johnson is 18,000 feet long. Please. That has nothing to do with your manhood. Your manhood is, are you supplying for your family? If you have children, are you taking care of them? Are you speaking into their lives? Are you taking responsibility for your actions? Are you earning a living? Are you a decent human being? Do you carry yourself in a decent way? I was out today, and I can't stand the sagging pants thing. It just irks the hell out of me. Matter of fact, where I delivered to, a Tyson chicken guy came in, driver, brother. Had the dreadlocks. I don't like dreads either. I'm not a big dread person, but I mean, no offense to those who wear dreads, it's just not my thing. There are some people who pull it off. I have a friend of mine, she's a flight attendant. I'm not a dread person, but they look good on her. It just depends on the person. But I don't also like people who all go in a trend. That's the other thing too. Be different. And so he had his dreadlocks. His parents were saying, this brother trying to run across the yard and had to stop to keep pulling up his pants because his pants were sagging. What the hell? Why? What's the purpose? I just like, oh my God, it's so stupid. But again, this is what represents to him a cool black male. And I'm like, brother. Can y'all imagine Barack Obama with his pants sagging down his ass? I'm just crazy as hell. But in trucking school, you're going your experiences, and we're probably going to deal with this on 411. And I'm not going to get into mine specifically. My trucking school, I liked everything. I pretty much liked most of what I went through. But let me just break this down to you. The first part, if you're doing the in-classroom stuff that you talked about, DCIJM, the studying of the book, that is actually supposed to help you prepare for your exam. That's what it should have done. Prepare you for your exam, but it also prepares you, in a sense, to under things like sliding tandems, weights. It helps you understand quite a bit. Now, it's up to you to really take on board a lot of what they're teaching you. And I think that because you're dealing with the truckers you have who are training this class teachers, because whatever the hell they're doing, it's indicative of what's out here on the road. There are some people that you be like, you drive a truck? It's like my TV watcher trainer. The baby could back. The baby could drive. But because she was young, she was caught up into her cell phone and, Netflix while you're rolling down the road. I don't have a problem. I wouldn't have a problem with her listening to a movie. Listening to it. But when this phone is facing like this towards me and I'm driving down the road, no way in hell. It's too easy to look over and go, let me see what's going on in movie XYZ or in show XYZ. Crazy as hell. It's indicative, and the testosterone, indicative. So what you're seeing is part of the culture of trucking. And don't get me wrong, there are some people in it who are professional people who look at this as a business, who run it as a business. Go check out, what's his, my boy, the name, Golden Child, Melvin Peterson. I like him. Go check him out. I think he's a much more professional cat. He's trying to make a business. He's doing it. He's ups, downs. He's taking you through his journey. And I don't get that hoodie type from him. I could be wrong. But I get somebody who wants a better life. And there's absolutely, I love that. Obviously, you're already looking at Deep Boy Stance, who's she's young, but, trying to do something different. I didn't know she's doing a lease purchase with Prime, which she shared with us on 411. And you go check that out. But then you have someone like Jose. Jose is company, but he's taken his money and he invests in property. And he has a real estate business that he runs in order to provide for his family and I think he's a single father. And, provide a decent life. And he's doing quite well, at least by, what he owns and what he'll show you. It's up to you to take this and do some amazing things with it. You just have to set your goals. So DCI Gems, and this is a subject that Jose has kind of broached it as one of the subjects we're going to cover on 411, so to speak. I'm really just highlighting it, and it really is kind of ironic to me that you wrote what you were going through on Facebook, and I just kind of felt like, okay, this is a good way to kind of lead into some of the topics on what are you going to do with this out here. If you're just driving to drive, guys, you're in it for the wrong reason. When I first got into this, I was like, okay, midlife crisis. It was the excitement of the adventure of it. I wasn't even thinking, was it a career or not? It was just something I wanted to do. And I knew I could make money. I could travel. I overcame a fear. But I didn't look at it making money. I didn't look at any of that. That wasn't what I was looking at, not initially. And now I see the bigger picture of what this can do for me. It's really up to you what you plan on doing with this career. Whether your company, whether your lease purchase. I talked to another sister who's out of Phoenix, she's with Travel Loco, and she's on my Facebook. She hooked up to me on the Facebook, and I was asking her about some of her Travel Loco stuff, and and she's doing well. I guess some people do good, some people don't. I mean, just could depend on the company, any company, but she's doing quite well. She's comfortable with it. I think she brought her truck over though from another company, and we kind of talked because she said she liked the 411 channel. She liked, the content that was on there. And we're just doing intros. That's all we started with is intros. What you experienced though in trucking school is very indicative of the industry. But you're not even getting the full realness of it. If you can, check out a sister on there called Keeping It 100. She's not OTR now. I think she's local now because she has kids, and so she went local. But if you look at some of her older ones, she gives you some real good things. Actually, I'm gonna show you. I picked up something called the Portable Loo from her. It's for the Porta John, the pail I have. That's your Porta John, and she talks about that. I actually got the idea from her, and I picked it up at Walmart for like $13, $12 and some change. And it fits perfectly on there. It's a little toilet seat, so if you have an urgency to go, you can't get to a truck stop, can't get to a rest area, bam. There's some real things that they don't tell you in trucking. You got people who actually pull over and get down under the trailer and go to the bathroom. To me, that doesn't make sense because, all of a sudden, life happens. You need to be able to do everything you need to do. In the reality, they don't talk about pee bottles. They don't talk about how females go to the bathroom in a truck, how males go if you have to, have the runs, if you have to throw up, getting sick on the truck. They don't talk about any of those things. We're going to be covering a lot of that in the 411 and what I call preparing for this industry, being successful in this industry, tips and tricks. I was watching a guy today who talked about the fact that his trainer, today or yesterday, his trainer taught him about showers. Now, my philosophy is I always do a shower every other day. But with this company, what I'm going to have to start doing is as soon as I have a stop, like last night, I probably should have got a shower last night because I don't know that I'm going to get a shower tonight. That'll put me 2 days without a shower because tomorrow will be my third day with no shower. I should have went in and just got a back-to-back shower. That's how I'm going to have to work things with this company is that because that's how tightly they're running me. And that's kind of, you learn tips and tricks from people. This guy told him how to get showers. I'm going to have to run this very similar to how me and Trainer Bill did. And there's times when I'm going to pull into a truck stop, if I got a good park, jump out, grab my shower bag, go in, take a shower, get the hell out of there, and keep stepping. I usually like to take my showers at night before I go to bed. That may not be an option with this company to make the kind of money I need to make, or actually even to say how they're running me, or the money I want to make. You're going to have to change and deal with things in a very different way in this industry. So DCI Jams, you are getting a wake-up call by just even that small experience you're going through in trucking school. Mine, I had experienced drivers who had, 30 plus years in the trucking industry. Some who either were lease purchase, some who were company. We had some amazing, drivers in our industry. But, he got a little boy. He's got his little son on there with him. That may not always be the case. That may not always be the case. That may not always, he's a little baby that's waving at me. That may not always be the case as far as, how can I put it? It's a different industry. I mean, it's a different industry. That's why I wanted to tell you. There's some cool things about it, but I'm going to be real honest. It is what it is. This industry is what it is. I don't have any other way to put it. It just is what it is. I'm hoping nobody takes this other dock door next to me. It is what it is, and you gotta hold your own. You have to hold your own weight. You're gonna have to be your own person in this industry, because otherwise this industry will chew you up and spit you out. It's a different beast. That's all I can tell you. It's a very different beast. I don't think it's a bad industry. You're going to have all sorts of wild. You got felons. You got crazy ass people. You got people that ain't the smartest tools in the box. You got some highly intelligent people. You got college educated people. You got hardworking people. Trucking gives you, it's just like the railroad. My father, his boy Nick, and I didn't get a picture of Nick. When I get back and I see Nick again, Nick, I think he has a master's and a bachelor's in psychology or psychiatry. Dude is highly intelligent, Vietnam vet, smart as hell, engineer for the railroad. He was working in the federal government, hated office work, ended up, just turn my mirror back. I think that one's open. I'll turn that one back too. All right, there we go. That one's okay. It's this one I'm concerned about. Nick he's a different cat. He's very intelligent, but got tired of the office stop, got tired of the BS, came into transportation, retired out of transportation. So it has its pluses to it, and if you can become a business owner in this and you really know how to manage a business, but even in that, it's a beast. I listen to people, the ups and downs. Some people don't want to deal with the broker. You get out there and obviously you have to broker the freight. You're negotiating, you're haggling to get rates. So that's a whole nother conversation from what I understand of brokers. So if you're going to run a trucking business in this, you need to understand brokers. You need to understand relationships with brokers. You need to understand that the broker is going to try to keep some of that money that the companies want to pay for you to deliver that load for themselves. You got to understand it. It's a different beast. It's a very different beast. Anyway, I'm going to put up a picture of the portable loo thing that I got from Walmart. It goes on top of your paint bucket. Paint bucket is like $5 at Walmart. You put it on top of there, call it a day. It's not bad at all. Anyway, I think they're going to put this guy next to me, and unfortunately I'm going to have somebody hold that door when I go to pull out. Unless he gets loaded before me. If he gets loaded before me, I'll tell him, because that door, I don't want that door to tear off. But yeah, anywho, peace, joy, happiness, y'all. Yeah, where that pole is at, if that pole wasn't there, I'd be straight. there's a pole back there. Anyway, I can't show y'all. Well, I can. I'll take a picture of it if I can get it. I'll take a picture of it and see if I can get a picture of it so y'all can see. If I can. And you can see the pole in my door. So you always got to watch when you go in and when you go out. The problem is we have those wings that go on the back of the trailer. And the wings, it makes the doors pop out more. So it's harder to click the wings into the door. So anyway, peace.